Hey, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about this.
Should we
Um,
pause it or?
you were at a celebrity's house last week.
Oh yeah, I was. I don't know. Well, we'll leave it like that. I was at a celebrity's house.
Mm-hmm.
He's a professional golfer.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how much square feet it was, but it's so big that while they're doing the reconstruction and stuff, he has his own private wing where he's living, doing all his workouts and stuff.
So is this nameless professional golfer's like new house? Did he just move here?
No, well, he's from here. He has like two other properties, but it's literally like on top of a hill.
We really know who it is now.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of know who it is, but no, this is going to be, I think, his third property. But like all like the designs and renovations that they're doing, he has like a 2-story trophy room, and then like a 2-story.
Does he have enough trophies to fill a 2-story trophy room?
I don't know. I mean, I know he just won. What was it?
Gosh, you're really giving it away.
Oh, we'll cut that out. He just won like a recent major tournament.
Okay.
He just won a recent major tournament.
Okay, so a Dallas-Fort Worth golfer who just recently won a tournament. All right. Yeah.
So
very cool.
If you know, you know. If not,
okay. Well, I just wanted to mention that you're going into celebrity homes. Was that the biggest, nicest home you've ever been in?
I wouldn't say biggest, but from like what I've seen and like how the layout was, it's probably going to be the nicest home because it's still like there's like nothing in there. You can still see like all like the paper being wrapped up and stuff, but like the design and the touches that they're going to do, the finishes, it's going to be really nice.
Well, I think it's kind of something that's interesting to talk about because I think our audience has a perception of real estate that's painted by like Netflix.
Yeah, that's true. That's a Netflix house.
Yeah, sure. Exactly. But that's not what we typically sell. No. That's not to say that we don't sell nice houses.
Yeah, that's true. But like those Netflix homes like that.
Well, you sold I don't remember what it ended up selling for, but you sold like a $1.2 million house last year, right?
It wasn't even like nice, but it was just the location.
It was fun. Yeah, location.
Park.
And so I just think that I think it was University Park.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I think it's just something that's really interesting to talk about because people watch those shows and they're just like, oh man, you guys are just making easy money. You're selling all these multi-million-dollar beautiful, like they're already staged, they're already perfect. And I'm like, I've been doing this for it'll be 10 years on the 1st of next month.
10 years.
10 years. And
decade.
I don't think I've ever walked into a house of the caliber. And we have them.
Yeah.
They're out here. But it's not common.
It's not common. And then also like a lot of people that I know, they like to give me a tough time. They say, oh yeah, your toughest job is probably opening a door, huh?
Yeah, well, I think about yesterday, right? We did a broker open yesterday in Aubrey. And at that broker open, I spent 20 minutes sweeping up dead insect carcasses.
That filter too, right? Or something?
Yeah, so I swept up the dead insect carcasses. I guess they spray. I don't know if they sprayed or if there was just a mass death. I don't know what happened, but I mean, there were just giant like wolf spiders, sand dollar size that were just all over the house that had to be swept up. So your house is vacant. So we had to do that.
Exactly.
Okay? The AC wasn't working. So there's 2 AC units, so I had to crawl in the attic and figure out if the filter was clean. I had to look at the coils. I went outside and saw if the unit was frozen up, replaced the filter in one of the other units. And then I decided the carpet was a little bit dirty, and so I was in there vacuuming. And I'm just like, this is the part that like we couldn't write this into a listing agreement, right? We couldn't write into it like, okay, I'm also going to vacuum, I'm going to change the filters.
Right.
But it's the stuff that we do because like it has to get done.
Yeah.
The owner's not there.
And obviously, like, again, you don't have to do it, but you obviously want to get the house sold. So why would I leave it dirty and not have running AC or a dirty filter and whatnot?
Yeah.
Just like, again.
It's the right thing to do, and it's what needs to be done. And it would be really inefficient for me to just let the owner know, like, oh, hey, just so
this stuff's, at the house.
We were having an open house in 15 minutes. Like, it had to be done.
Yeah.
So we just did it. I just wanted to draw, with, I can't remember, you've watched the show, Ryan Serhant's show just came out.
Not bad.
Yeah, and I haven't watched it, but that's Manhattan.
Yeah, it's Manhattan.
And selling Sunset and selling the OC. These shows, and I'm just like, man, I'm really worried. I hope people know that it's a reality television show that's not based on reality.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of our maybe our not our clients, because our clients see what we do, but at least our friends. I'm afraid that they think that that's what we do.
Just all glitz and glam, just out here.
We're just in there raking in just piles and piles of cash, $100,000 commissions by just, it cracks me up because every time I've ever watched Selling Sunset, because that's the only one that I've watched,
Yeah.
They would go on listing appointments and the seller wouldn't be there.
How would that work?
They would walk in there and they'd walk around the house. And then they would go
sell this home.
They would, and they would go and they would sit on the seller's master bedroom bed. They would go sit on the bed.
Yeah.
And then somebody else from the office would come in and sit down next to him on the bed, and they would gossip about what's going on in the office.
And I'm some random house just.
I was like, I don't think I've ever been at a listing appointment where
the seller's not there.
The seller's not there, and all I had to do to get the appointment was gossip with my friend on the on the bed. I would never sit on my seller's bed
ever.
It's just it's weird. So anyway, I'm worried that people think that's what we do.
Yeah, and then it's always funny too because people, oh yeah, that's got to be cool. You have your own schedule. I was like, not really. I don't ever get to punch out. God,
I talk to people about that all the time.
And I didn't know that coming into real estate.
Yeah,
because that's kind of again the false perception, you're your own boss, you have your own schedule.
Yeah.
Well, not really when you have these clients, especially listing appointments and listings.
Yeah.
There's always stuff that has to happen where there might be showing. Yeah.
And then assuming the appointment goes well, you've just created another 40 hours of work. Wow. Yeah. So, last night at 12:30 a.m., or I guess this morning at 12:30 a.m., I was working on updating our buyer guides. And I was setting up the social media posts to go out for today that have gone out so far. And so I'm like, I bet you people don't know that we're doing that.
No.
I bet people think that I went home at 5.
Got to chill. Just watch Netflix or something.
Yeah. I was like, that's not.
Living your best life.
That's not what happened. Yeah. I made this whole video on one of my other channels, The Controversial Coach, about this. Because I had to learn the hard way to time block this stuff out. So, I'm doing that stuff, but I'm doing it voluntarily.
Right.
What I found whenever I first got in the business and I hadn't figured out the time blocking thing yet, and how to say no for people who are just trying to take advantage of your time.
That's something I had to learn too. It was tough at the beginning.
And that's a lesson that will keep coming up.
Yeah.
What I learned is that if I didn't want to, I got into real estate because I wanted flexibility.
Right.
I didn't want to be disciplined to someone else's schedule. But what I found out was that flexibility comes with a cost. And that is if you don't set up on your calendar, here's what you're going to do and when you're going to do it, which is what gives you the authority to say no. Right. If you don't do that, then your schedule is still controlled by someone else. It's just controlled by your clients and by circumstances. It's controlled by people you probably wouldn't want to control your schedule.
Yeah.
And so, it's just one of those things that I don't think people think. I really do, and I could be wrong with this. I think most of our friends, most of our database, people that aren't in businesses ancillary to real estate, think that we punch in every morning at 9 a.m.
Come into the office,
punch out at 5. I think they think
send out some emails, and
we get a biweekly paycheck like everyone else, with the taxes withheld, and and that's it's how we live. And God, that's just not it.
That is the furthest thing from the truth.
Well, all the things that are happening right now in real estate commissions and compensation world, I'm like, I think all of this is happening because we've done a really cruddy job of explaining to people what we do and how we work and how we get paid.
Yeah.
Because I think if they knew, they'd go,
be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Why?
Yikes.
They need.
Go, why would anyone do this?
Honestly.
They'd be like, that sounds.
I mean, I kind of fell into it when I did real estate. Not that it was gonna be easy, but again, you get to work your own hours, blah blah blah.
On the outside looking in, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I think that's why hundreds of thousands of people get their real estate license. And then
But
like
not many last.
not many. Well, like let's just round it up and say 9 and 10 people fail out of the business within their first 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, I think
2-year anniversary today, by the way.
That's true. That's true. 2 year with the team, right?
With the team. So
so you've been in for a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
I always think that the reason for that is mismanaged expectations. People have the HGTV, Netflix perception of what we do.
Yeah.